Oh, they are bringing in tons of orange pollen.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to be cranking like when you can't believe. But I'll do this. Give a couple of puffs. But here's the hum already.
Yeah.
That's a strong hive. And look at, there's bees up here already, scouting things out. Yeah, from the back you can, because you're not in the flight path. Say, this is the top already where they're up. See, this is comb that I culled from the bottom. But they're up.
And that's fairly new comb.
Yeah, this is like they say Italian, where the black and the yellow come together. It's a Mediterranean type coloration.
These aren't as dark as your bees in
No, but it's lower south. This is the furthest point south.
So the yellow.
Then if I go up then I go up to 3 points and gain another 2 or 3 latitudes. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now we take this one, but this is,
That's still the 4th box.
yeah. Some people, this is still an awful tall hive, I guess. But see how I got them V'd for the Housel positioning?
No.
But look at that. Oh, they still got stores
I'll
here.
show you after. Okay. What are you looking at, Dee? What did you say?
They got fresh nectar in already.
She's got the top of the frame.
They already got fresh
Nice.
nectar in. There.
Yeah.
Okay. When you inspect it government style, they make you do this. See how it stays the same the Y down? But when you do top bar hives, like Grandpa used to say swing because they knew there was a right and a left. As soon as I do this, the old way, look at, see the Y up?
He's up.
See the Y down? See how they could position top bar
Yes.
high skips and all the other stuff? Because they weren't doing this government thing for inspections. And who can inspect? It's easier to inspect this way, but it's just as easy to inspect this way. But that's before all this stuff. But they're already bringing in nectar. Can you look at that? That's why I say I'd come back in April. I'm liable to take. Might not have a full box, but this could be wild.
Michigan.
21 days. So that's fruit already. Here. I can put up with that. Look at the pollen on the legs too. See the pollen? Isn't that something?
So Mariposa and Propolis.
That's they've already had a round of brood milk
Yeah.
because they're empty in the middle there.
They're on their second term. Like I say, these are going to be hungry.
This yard is just further south.
This one. That's white pattern.
Man,
Isn't that something?
That is.
see, a little bit bald on the. Whereas these nurse bees are over the brood are fuzzy.
Yeah.
for the most part.
Well, they age as they get older.
Funny how that works.
I want to see if there's brood on this one, because if it is, I could have had to have. Now that's still pollen.
Well, that's pollen, but they're going to turn that into brood.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got 4 frames of brood here. Isn't this terrible? So if I got 4 here, you know I got 4 down below. 8. You know how I say 4, 8, 16? Yeah, I'm going to be have honey in April. I want to see if it's this one's brood. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know I'm not lying.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Wild.
Is there eggs in there?
Yeah.
They're already up there working on that. Get the box.
Yeah. But how to make sure it's clean. That's where I pull it from the bottom of the Broodnest. Then when I extract, if it's too much big, I'll bite it and melt it in. Kick out of this bee.
Notice that gap on the bottom. That's where you can make it and the comb won't buckle because the sand is between the two as they form.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, you got it on the phone.
I know.
Is that a mud wasp?
It's a mud wasp.
This is all the verticomb I normally see on the top. You notice between all the combs? See, I got one there.
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh, it's liquid.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Look at that. Look at the fresh nectar here.
That's awesome. There's a lot of it.
Look at the fresh nectar.
Yeah, just like that.
Who wants strong hives? Hives will ask me, who wants strong hives? By keeping bees strong.
You see how the bigger comb at the bottom has the gap?
Yeah.
That's where they got the drones. They don't have to put them between the boxes.
Look at the fresh nectar.
Did you get some footage of the bees going after the camera? See up there.
Oh, with my camera?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to show.
That's what some people make a nuke out of. They call it a nuke. There's enough bees for a nuke. I'm making a fresh package for people. Like I got more in one frame than they sell for nukes.
Yeah. I know.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Is that drone on the other side?
Yeah, they're first laid up. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, I don't mind saying these look fucking great.
Really?
They do.
So Anita, we go back to Massachusetts and talk about this at our and like,
I don't want to hear it.
Why?
It's a wall.
you'll find
Dino,
out.
get a picture of this one. Not like you're gonna take a bunch of pictures and post it online. Hey, is Queenie in there? Then her hive will get stolen. Is Queenie in there? I was just wondering if Queenie was in there, in that ball of bees.
No, I'm so glad I came. How many frames of brood do you have in that one? 6.
Third box. I was
See?
looking for
What's the maximum number of frames of brood that a hive can hold?
I don't know, 24, 30. I've seen them so strong it's been unreal.
Someone was doing bee
that
bath.
freshly capped honey?
That's what it, yeah, it looks like that.
No, that's from
No,
last fall.
it is?
Pretty clean capping.
I think it's old. We still have, no, remember how white the cabins are?
Yeah.
Let's look at 1, 2, 3. Now if I go 1, 2, I want to see if we 1, 2, 3. I want to see if we brood on this one now. If it is, I got 6 frames of brood.
So
I know I got
so
at
the
least
Y's
5.
always face in the center for
Yeah.
the house?
I
Okay.
found why.
No, not on this one yet. I might only got 5 frames of brood.
In the third box.
I only got 5 frames of brood. It's terrible. See where they threw the drone in this bottom?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why you don't see them between the boxes like you see them every time someone opens a hive in Massachusetts. They check the drone group
Yeah.
for mites because they're always between the boxes. Because they're not drone right.
Hey, 5 frames of brood in this box alone in 21 days is...
That's a sport.
Well, yeah, because the bottom is food already. Or they could go to 5 to 8 minimum. See what I'm saying? But
And remember,
normally,
this is just the beginning of March.
yeah,
You got the full season ahead.
it's terrible. I might have to make some... Oh, man, I'm going to be working.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
No, that's like a normal nuke.
Yep.
Or a normal hive.
Right.
That other people say, oh good, that's a good strong hive. I'm saying, what? You see that over there? What's
They look like
wrong?
they're all clustered in that corner
Are
there.
these darker? Are these a little darker?
No. But it's been knocked by cattle. You see what I'm saying? You can see what I'm saying, Dean? Well, other people think this is normal to me,
Oh, look at that. Nice.
Wow, look at that.
but it'll double in size. Molly,
Yeah, they just started out a little bit weak.
it'll take a month to get to here. So in those, if
There's a
those
lot
are,
of fresh nectar in there. I see larvae. Isn't that all laid up?
no, there's
Oh, that's pollen?
pollen
Oh,
stuff here.
Ooh, that pollen's so pale.
It is. Look at that. Do
Three
empty?
Deeps is kind of her brood nest and food for the brood nest, and they can get through anything with that.
Oh,
And then
okay.
everything above that is harvestable.
Okay.
If it snows this weekend,
Right.
we'll be able to keep them warm.
It's normally
And then what they'll do is they'll kind of stovepipe brood all the way up, sometimes in the 5th, 6th box.
Yeah.
But then as that brood hatches out and is collecting, then as they hatch out, backfills. They backfill that brood as they hatch out with honey because they got to put it somewhere.
Right.
And then
okay.
you've got all the honey in the top.
That's what we call baking up. You know, the warmth from below will keep them warm.
So what, did you just change a frame around?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put a frame of brood for an empty and swapped it and get a food laying up here. So they can, oh look, it didn't lay in the upper part. It's terrible.
Killer bees.
Gotta be gentle with your hives, right? But this is propolis you take, put in the freezer, and just grind.
So they would trap the moths and the mites in there?
Yeah, the mites would be up here cleaning the wood, eating. And then later, as the cells got bigger, where they'd be there grooming, just like they'd be on the backs of the bees and around the first thoracic under this first main wing here. Once you get it where they're not grooming the hairs on the bees or up here on the top of the cells for food, on top of the frames,
Yep.
they see fresh fruit inside the bee's body.
Anita?
sorry.
And that's on the entrance going in, up above, see? But see all the cross burr and cross brace? This is why on the bee list I say if you're properly sized, you don't have it. You don't see it in the wild.
Right.
This is what it was copied from. But no one teaches how to do the hive dimensions, so everything you have is clean for working. And when I see this to me is cross brace, the old cross. You know what I mean? That's the stuff you were told to scrape because that's where the tracheal mites would be. See what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
But there's bees there.
Notice they're on the sunny side.
Yeah, the south side. Now, Housel positioning again. But as they fill, see when I'm out here, this is where you start swapping stuff around.
Oh, look at
See,
that.
they're putting honey in.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't want. There's pollen. So this is where I start maneuvering things around. Look at fresh nectar. Look at that. That's terrible. See, this is where I say if they're down and they need to expand, I got it here as empty combs, see? So they can expand and then expand here, between there and here, where they're on the side. That's 2 combs, they can be laid up in 48 hours. But if I'm expanding there, then this honey here, okay, that's still center, brood, I don't need that on the sides. Let's pop and see, I'll give them, I want something to lay in, but let them have the honey too, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to open them up this time of the year. So let that queen lay. Now, is this empty? Nope, it's honey. See what I'm saying? Where I left them heavy?
Yeah.
But I'll leave them this honey and this honey. Meantime, if they got the fresh stuff and they're plugging, now I got to open them up. If I get 3 frames of brood, they'll keep it open. Don't put honey in the top ones. Or if I have to pull something out, put an empty one down. If I gave them enough, let them eat. They can move honey around. But you shouldn't have to open stuff up because they're weak. But they're not weak, like other people think. I'm working them up.
Right.
Which is what you do for production, so they'll fill this box and this box. So when I say they're hankering down, you got to open the queen up. That's what I just did. Let her put more propolis there. I can come back with all the tops. I can get a quart jar of propolis or more. How many people can do that with real propolis without all the beeswax on it? Because see, there's no burr comb and crap that other people think is normal. Because in normal hives, you don't have cross brace or burr comb. Look at it. You just look down the frames and eyeball it. There's no need to. But nobody teaches the old style for clean and nature. They'd sooner have a problem. Why? Would you rather have a production hive clean where you can sell the products as fast as you can get it out? Or would you rather have constant work fixing?
Right.
In somebody else's pocket? I'd sooner line my own pocket, wouldn't you? Well, there's a big difference. But then who am I to say that? See, I'm the bitch because I'm hard. But then at my age, what can I say? They're killers, right? Should we wrap them harder? They flying out? It's terrible. I'll have 1 or 2 come in, max, work with me like Dina and Ramona did. In a week's time, you send them back, they're off and running. You know what I'm saying, Ramona. Now, which row you want to go to and see something? Want to go down that row? Let's go down
Sure.
that row. But after you see it, you can visualize it. Hive after hive, yard after yard.
Is there a little bird, Dan?
Oh, look at this.
What is that, a little grouse?
Dead family.
Lizards.
No, little bird over there walking.
There's a live lizard's right on the front here.
We just, Dee just put them there.
No, yeah, here they are.
Oh, you got the
One
smoke?
inside.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Dee, you've got a lizard infestation.
I know, it's terrible. It must be free food up here. But again, look down through the frames. See all the burrcomb and brays? I've never seen it my whole life. But I've always had the frame sized a certain way my whole life. It's terrible. Plus, if you position them right to left side with the combs, like I used to talk to Michael Housel, you never see. This is bad burrcomb. Look at that.
Got a problem.
It's terrible. I got to clean this little mess up, and I look at the hives, and that's what I do. But is it alive? Oh yeah, it's got a few bees in it. And this is where I see if they're up here or whether they're putting honey in.
One little puff of smoke.
Yeah, I smoke, can't you tell? Look, they're putting nectar in. I'm going to have to open them up. I can't have them
look at
hankered
that.
down. Look at that. They're putting nectar in and pollen.
That's right in the middle too. They might not even have brood up there.
I know.
Might have to box jam.
This is terrible.
You take one of the empty boxes and put it in between.
Here, I can move this. See, this is a frame from last year. Move this in the center more. That's empty comb. That's honey. That's honey. This looks like one they emptied out. Move that to the center so I can get brood. You know what I'm saying, Dean?
Yep.
Well, that one's got least amount of honey on it. I can put that one here. And that one, if I put it below, they don't want it in the center of the brood nest. They'll move the honey. Not that I do such a thing. And this is where I say you got to open it up. Okay. And look at that bad burrcomb. Brood up. Because you always say it's brood in the second colony. Yeah. There's always brood in the second, but there's brood in the third. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It's terrible.
That's a beautiful example of the starbird.
Yep.
Oh, there's the queen. Look at.
Yep. There she is.
You don't get her picture.
Oh, yeah.
That's a,
She's huge.
yeah, but these are little queens.
I know, but she looks healthy. You know, like
You
big.
know? She's terrible.
See more brood.
Oh yeah, they've got brood.
But this way, see, she's up there. We're going to have to move this honey around. Sorry. I don't know how that honey got down there. One of your friends did it wrong.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
Do you think they'll move that out of there?
We got
Oh
to.
yeah, we'll just move it right.
It'll be moved out in 24 hours. Look at this. If I want to, I can pull this out. Pull one of these out.
Do you always handle the frames the same way so you don't have to really check for that household
Yeah,
visual
Put the
mark?
marks on.
She has no. See the marks right here?
See those arrows? Those are so you don't have to check.
if I want to here.
Ooh, honey.
Terrible. Might have to take it later. I'll get rid of it. Should lay in the darker first, so let me get this phone. I gotta change that.
But when you're doing it, it becomes a little bit automatic. If you take something from, you always have kind of the center line in your head. And so if you move a frame over to the other side, you flip it, and then you have to flip the one that moved over to the other side. You get used to it. It becomes more natural. But when you first start it,
It's very weird watching you not to do it.
Okay. Anytime he left, I got him out with excitement.
Oh, he's still there. That's funny.
Leave either one.
No, he's on the front.
Yeah.
He's bothering him at all?
Has the crack up, do you change that around in the summer?
Sometimes. Don't care.
You don't care if they have an upper entrance?
Well, they're division boards or inner covers or feeders.
Yeah.
Well, that entrance.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, this is a little bit stronger.
I think you got brewed up in that fourth box.
You think?
I think so.
I could have brewed this. Might have to backfeed some weak ones. Oh, Christ, there's more honey already.
Make the honey jam and they'll swarm.
And they, you know,